Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with the Viruti mantra. Welcome, everybody. This is the Agnihotra Ladies, the Cosmic Clinic, and we're broadcasting live at Shantivilla, Atlanta, the Atlanta campus of Shantivilla Institute. The main campus is located in historic Tuskegee, Alabama, and Shantivilla, Atlanta is located in Conyers. And so I'm so happy to have you with me this evening. Today's topic is serving others and developing a universal community, building a universal community. So we're going to start with the Viruti mantra and jump right into the talk. Om Swaha, Agnihotra Namah Swaha, Ayurveda Namah Swaha, Surya Namah Bhurva Swaha, Prajapatiye Namah. Okay, welcome everyone. And on tonight's talk, we're going to be talking about serving others and building a universal community. I think it's really important as we watch the headlines, hearing about so many people are homeless. The homeless problems have really been, I mean, they're just overwhelming in all the cities, not just big cities, but there's homelessness, people that do not have job security, people that are having medical issues, and just in general, just different things that have been happening because of the pandemic. But we need to understand that when we serve others, that these problems can be solved. And so when I'm talking about being a service to others, we're talking about doing the things to help our fellow brothers and sisters without being, there being an expectation of what's in it for me, or I'm doing this because, you know, I'm going to post this on social media so people can see that I'm helping this group, this organization, or this individual. When we are really in service to helping others, it is something that changes your spirit, and it reinforces you as a child of humanity, you know, being one with each and every individual around you. So, you know, real service means that you're doing it because these are your fellow human beings that you need to help. There is no expectation of being given the title of head volunteer for that month or that year, or I'm doing this because my job is requiring me to do something volunteer. You know, a lot of these companies have volunteer or giving initiatives, and because it makes the company look good. But when you truly are in service to an individual, true service, it humbles you. It's a blessing not only to that person, but to yourself. And when we talk about service, we're not talking about doing things because, oh, these people are homeless or these people are on drugs or whatever, and we have pity. You know, that is not what service is. You're not pitying the person. You're saying every time you do something good to help someone, to whether it be helping someone buy groceries or mowing someone's lawn or doing any of these things, you're saying that we are one. You are my brother or sister. and you don't put yourself in a high place here, and this person is here, and you're helping them. That sense of what I am doing becomes, what we can do together to help your situation and to ease your suffering. And this is really the love, the unconditional love, without judgment, without pitying someone. You're just looking at another human being that needs your help. Okay, so this service we're talking about is something that overtakes your heart, and it makes your heart smile, and you become happy. And the person, when they're receiving whatever blessing you're giving them, whether it be monetary or you're helping them with a problem, they have some discord in their house hold, and you're helping them with their children or even with their spouse. This makes them feel like they are part of society, and they're not alone. There are those that care for them. So this is the healing, especially when it's done in the sense of brotherhood and sisterhood. They don't feel like they're being pitied. That's why it's really important that, when we do things that are for the community, that we understand that community is any and every one that needs help, and there is no judgment. You just simply help, you assist, because that's your fellow human being. Okay, you're empathetic, you're not pitying, you don't look down upon them, and you do not have to blow a horn and post all over the internet or on social media that you're helping this person. Actually, there's a power that comes from when you help, and you help in silence, that no one knows you're doing this. Okay, because it's not about what other people think of you, or if you're helping this person or this organization. It's about what you are doing for the betterment of your daily dharma, and to bring about good karma for yourself. It's not about what people know you're doing. It's what you know in your heart, and it keeps you humble, because sometimes when, even with the best of intentions, when it's announced all the time, and I'm not knocking anyone that posts on social media. I've seen churches when they post that they're doing free food pantries and things like that, so people can know to come to the church. But what I'm talking about is when people are, it kind of bothered me when I saw recently where someone was posting where they were giving a sandwich to a homeless person. And from what I saw, the person that was homeless looked kind of like they didn't want to be on camera. And they wanted the food, but it's like they needed to take the food and be unwillingly filmed receiving this sandwich. So, a lot of times, giving and helping people, it needs to be something that is done to maintain the privacy of that person, and to make them feel like this is something special, that they're not to be paraded around like this special creature. Here, this person needs help, and I'm posting this on social media. So think twice about that. And I'm, like I said, once again, I'm not saying that for people that do post that this is wrong, but I just think twice about that. A lot of these things can be done in silence, and there's a power to that, because sometimes people are giving when they really are trying to get accolades, and that's not real service. Real service is not based on accolades or a title that you receive because you have given so much money. What if a person only has $2 or $1.25, and they're giving all they can, and they're not looking for an accolade. They're just giving to their ability. It's an individual thing that a person does. And there's power in that. There's power in knowing that you're doing this, and it has nothing to do with receiving any kind of recognition. So now, when we talk about community and service, we are often, we may see a fundraiser for something like, feeding people, the Red Cross, or even when people put up GoFundMe pages to help with pay for someone's funeral, or they're people that are saving money for surgery, or they've come to some hardship. And there are many different things. If you have these bigger organizations that are asking for food, for housing, and things like that, all these things are good. But let's not forget that the first giving, the first service that we are to do is to be to the planet, because we can't have any of these organizations, Red Cross, and the Peace Corps, and all these groups, if we don't have a planet that is healthy for us to give to other people and organizations. So that is the very first giving, the very first act of service that has been bestowed upon us from the Creator, is that we have community and we have service. We provide service to our planet. And that comes from making sure that the planet is well taken care of and we don't have pollution on the planet that devastates all the animals and the plant life and flora and the fauna and makes people sick. So that is the first act of service that we have as humans. Okay, so when we talk about service, that's the first service, the most important service that we can provide. And it benefits every human being. Every human being benefits from this, every animal, every flower, okay, everything on the planet. Everything benefits from you taking care of the planet. So I talked before about that sense of we and not I, So when we talk about service, we're talking about what we can do together, as opposed to, well, I am doing this. I did this, I gave someone this so they could pay their bills, or I did this. I did this good thing, or I. When we're talking about really immersing ourselves with the heart of a servant, of serving other people, the I becomes we. Your resources that you're sharing become a sense of what can be shared, so the collective, everyone can benefit, not just I, because we don't live on a planet by ourselves. So that sense of we-ness, it just envelops you. So your money, the material wealth, all these things become extensions of yourself that God put here for you to use to assist other people. The I becomes we. And that's a very beautiful thing, because there are many people that are suffering that need to understand that they are part of the universal we. So when you are being of service to others, okay, then you become a better steward, a better person that lives on this planet. Okay, you're connected more to all of nature. You're connected more to each person, to the things that they're suffering with. Okay, if someone's homeless or hungry or in pain from some medical challenge, some health challenge, then you are empathetic and you want to help ease the suffering. And so this is how we become a community. Okay, so let's look at the word community. Community, that word, the origin comes from the word commune. And so to commune means to share, to be open. Okay, to share, there's an openness there. Okay, so you're sharing of resources, you're sharing of knowledge. Okay, you're sharing all these things and you're open. So real community is sharing of yourself without expecting anything in return, being open with your knowledge. That means everyone becomes wise. Everyone. Wisdom is not something that is just meant to be just for a select group of people. If we all in the spirit of sharing all that we know with those around us, then everyone becomes the wise man. Okay? And then this is where we are with the collective consciousness now of everyone. The more that you can elevate someone, show them the truth of their divine nature, okay, the more the collective consciousness is just raised up high, the vibration is raised up high. And isn't that wonderful? And so we've talked about Agnihotra many times. Of course, this is what we teach here at Shantivilla Institute. Okay, we teach Agnihotra as a way to purify and restore the balance to the planet. We perform Agnihotra in a copper pyramid at sunrise and at sunset, and we chant a beautiful Sanskrit mantra. And then there's a cascading effect from the solar system and the sun that interacts with the pyramid, that brings about a healing and puts nutrients back into the atmosphere. And there's a beautiful healing that happens to you when you perform Agnihotra. And this is how you build the community, because then you're connected to the entire planet where all these beautiful people live. You're connected to every plant and every animal that walks upon the earth. You are connected, and love just envelops you, and you become more and more involved in your earth community, your neighborhood, okay, your city. You become more empathetic, okay, and non-judgmental. And so when you perform Agnihotra, the more you perform it, the more that sense of community is instilled within you. The more that sense of community. So if you feel alone or no one cares when you do the Agnihotra fire and the other Homa fires, just understand that you're communicating when you sit in front of this copper pyramid and you light the fire and you chant the Sanskrit mantra. You're saying, I am part of the community. The community is part of me. I am not alone. You're not alone. It is we. We are part of the community. And so Agnihotra is the basic Homa fire. And so it's based on the Vedic science. And so it's part of the whole Vedic sciences, which includes and the other Homa fires, and all of the Vedic science. It deals with bioenergy, agriculture, biogenetics, climate engineering, interplanetary communication. Okay, it deals with all of that. And psychotherapy. All these things are included within that the whole Vedic sciences, where we're speaking of Agnihotra, which is the basic Homa fire. And so that's a mouthful, what I just said, when we're talking about bioenergy and biogenetics and agriculture and, climate engineering. I've got that one. So this is really the whole basics of Earth and how we function, the animals, all of that. So when you're doing Agnihotra, you're dealing with all of mankind, all of civilization, the very essence of your being. So that's why I say the more you do Agnihotra, which is the basic Homa fire, the more you're building that community. Okay. So that way you can go and help set up that community garden or be the community leader that's dealing with crime in your neighborhood or drug addiction at a school or, broken homes or child abuse or domestic abuse. You become a better steward in society because you become a better steward of the planet. The two go hand in hand. Okay. So from there, once you have established that you are a citizen of the planetary community, that you are Earth steward, you're the caretaker for your neighbor, your brother and sister, you hear their problems and you help them, then you're tapped into that universal community. Okay. And what is the universal community? So in Vedic science, they talk about, there are millions of galaxies and other planets. And so Earth is just but a speck within this system. Okay. So once you understand how to be this wonderful community member of planet Earth and you are a caretaker of Earth, then guess what? You can join with all the other planets. You can travel to those planets, communicate with those planets. You understand that even though Earth is a speck, it is integral to this system that the Vedic science talks about. This system of all the planets and the galaxies and the solar systems. You're part of this. And this is when you're one with the Creator. You are one with the Divine One. Okay? Whatever you want to call God, the Creator, the intelligent designer, whatever you want to call it, you're one. And nothing is off limits because you've embraced what really community is. And now the universal community is available to you on all levels because you've humbled yourself. You see yourself when you look in your neighbor's eyes. You understand what it is to help and have empathy and not have judgment. That is how you become part of the universal community. And that is the ultimate type of servant that you want to be. So you can connect and be in constant contact with the Creator because you yourself are the divine being. So being of service to a person is the highest thing that you can do. Being of service, true service. Because then you're helping that person to become totally aligned with their knowledge of being a master, a divine being themselves. So, and everyone's a master. So anytime you have that interaction with someone that is filled with love, you're showing them that they are a master just like you. With each loving gesture, each loving word, each act of kindness, you're showing them that they are a master because they are reflected in you and you are reflected in them. And wouldn't this be so wonderful that if we help our neighbors, all our neighbors to be enlightened, and we bow to them in reverence because they're masters and we all are bound to each other. Now, how wonderful and joyous that is. Okay? And this is what we're talking about when we're talking about true service. True service is to show someone that they are a master just like you. To understand that their divine nature, that no matter what they have done, that they're beautiful inside and out, and that they are loved, and that they are forgiven, and that they are nurtured and taken care of, no matter what their race or sex or anything that they have done. And we're in the present moment of honoring each and every one of our brothers and sisters as the masters that they are. So just think about this when you're thinking about helping someone, when you're in the act of helping someone, to make sure that you're showing all the love your heart has to extend to that person, so that they know that they are a divine being. Yes. That is the message that we wanted to share with you this evening. And I so appreciate you joining me this evening. So for those that are in the Conyers, Georgia area, which is where Shantivilla, Atlanta is located, I do have some Ayurvedic compost fertilizer available. It's our mixture of soil, cow manure from our cows from the main farm at Shantivilla Institute, and Agnihotra ash. I also have just some regular potting soil, and then I also have wood chips as well too. So our main website is shantivillainstitute.com. That's SHANTI Villa Institute.com. We do have Agnihotra kits in stock. Can you see that? So let me just show you what's in the Agnihotra kits. So we have a carpet pyramid, carpet cup, tongues, the stand, spoon, and the tray. And then we have, let me see, do I have the Mudra book over here? Oh, let me see if I can find it. Thought I had it out. We have the secret signs of mudras, okay, which are movements we do with our hands and fingers to bring about a healing in the body with our energetic body and our chakras and our energy points from our best-selling books. And then we also have dried cow dung for those that perform Agnihotra as well. And we have some other books on our website. So anyway, you can take a look at that. And if you like to schedule a time to come out here to the Conyers location, welcome. We do have a new meditation circle that's open from sunrise to sunset. All are welcome. And we're not open to the public yet at the main campus, Shantivilla Institute in Tuskegee. But this campus is always open by appointment. And the number to call is 334-740-6440 is our number. Let me make sure I have the right. I have given the right number, because sometimes I give the wrong number. And let me see if I can. I can't find my phone right this second. But anyway, I think it is 334-740-6440 is our main number. And the email is shantivillainstitute@gmail.com. If that's not the right number, just email us and we'll give you the right number. Sometimes I get the numbers mixed up because I have a number here locally in Georgia and I get it confused sometimes with the other number. But anyway, thanks so much for joining me this evening. This has been the Agnihotra Lady, the Cosmic Clinic. And be blessed, and I will talk to you the next time.